The courtroom is silent. A frail homeless man, clothes worn and hands trembling, stands before Judge Caprio. He's been charged with trespassing and vandalism. The crowd whispers, some mocking, some pitying. But as the camera pans to Judge Caprio, there's no anger in his eyes, only curiosity, because something about this man's quiet presence feels different. The narrator's voice lowers. No one knew what this man had endured until the truth came out. The prosecutor reads the file aloud. The man was found sleeping behind a bakery next to broken glass and a damaged back door. He's accused of trying to break in. The bakery owner insists he called the police after seeing the man near the shop for days. When Judge Caprio gently asks his name, he replies softly, "My name's Thomas, sir. Thomas Green." The judge nods, encouraging him to speak. Thomas hesitates, his voice cracking as he begins to explain. He had once been a carpenter, a proud worker, with a wife and daughter. But when his wife got sick, medical bills drained everything. He lost his home, his job, and eventually his family left to live with relatives. He never recovered. He explains he wasn't breaking in that night. He was just sitting near the bakery because it smelled like the fresh bread his daughter used to love. That scent made him feel close to her again. The courtroom, once cold, begins to warm with emotion. Even the bailiff lowers his eyes. Judge Caprio pauses. For a long moment, he doesn't say a word. Then he leans forward, his voice filled with compassion. He asks Thomas a few more questions about his work, his health, and how long he's been living on the streets. Thomas admits he hasn't eaten a proper meal in 2 days. Suddenly, the courtroom's energy shifts. What started as a simple case of trespassing has become a story about survival. Judge Caprio looks at the prosecutor and quietly says, "Sometimes the law needs to listen to the heart." He orders the charges to be dropped immediately. But then, he does something unexpected. He asks the courtroom to remain seated as he speaks directly to Thomas. "You remind me of a man who never gave up, even when the world turned its back. You deserve a second chance." Then Judge Caprio takes out his own wallet and hands Thomas a small donation. Moments later, others in the courtroom follow his lead. Officers, lawyers, even strangers in the gallery. A small pile of notes grows on the clerk's desk. Thomas stands frozen, eyes wide in disbelief, tears streaming down his face. Judge Caprio tells him, "This isn't charity, Thomas. It's a fresh start. Promise me you'll use it to rebuild your life." Thomas nods, unable to speak. He whispers, "I will, Your Honor. I promise." As he's escorted out, the narrator's voice returns. That day, justice wasn't written in the books. It was written in compassion. Sometimes all a man needs is someone who believes in him. Judge Caprio wipes away a tear, hiding it behind his glasses. But the cameras capture it, and that single tear tells the world that kindness is justice too. In a world that judges too quickly, one man's kindness can restore faith in humanity. If this story touched your heart, share it, because compassion is contagious. Subscribe to The Kind Judge for more real stories that remind us, justice isn't just about law, it's about humanity.